everyone, and welcome to another edition of UIW, Universal Independent Wrestling. Dave the Wave here, along with Ed Zahn. Ed, another fantastic hour of wrestling on tap. The Max Thrasher, the Bounty Hunter, will be here, but we'll also see Neil the Power Superior, the Golden Phoenix, Sexy Steve Valentino, and our feature match, an interesting one. The War Pig will team up with Hangman Harley Watkins to take on Sledgehammer McGill and Mr. Bojangles. Interesting because it's the first time any of these four men have ever teamed together.
That's exactly right, Dave. You know, the heavyweight tournament's coming up for the tag team belts in the future, too, and now these people are out to establish themselves as tag teams, trying to find that right mix that's going to take them to that UIW championship.
We'll also see the awesome Rasta the Voodoo Man, plus Axel Rotten will take on Killer Hit Kirk Dredd. Ed, so without further ado, let's get to it.
Here is Max Thrasher, the Bounty Hunter.
What is going on here?
Oh, I'm really confused. He said that he was not going to wrestle again unless he had more money and better competition. Is Corey Roberts the better competition? This guy hasn't won, not to put him down, but he hasn't won a match yet.
No, he's had a real tough struggle at this point.
Is this the better competition that he was talking about?
I don't understand, because Corey's tried hard, and he's had a lot of bad breaks so far, and he's really working hard on trying to come back. But what is Max Thrasher doing here? I know you're not real pleased about this.
I mean, the last time he was out here, he threw bells and screamed in my face and practically killed me.
And as you saw,
he's promised he wasn't going to wrestle again until he got, in his words, I quote, better money, more money, and better competition.
More money, more money, more money. Yes, sir. And we're not talking Homeboy Shopping Network here either.
No, sirree, Bob.
But what is going on here?
He's in the ring.
And Corey gets the early upper hand. I'm surprised at this, too.
Not to put Corey Roberts down. He's tried his best. He's a great competitor. I just don't feel like is he the competition Max Thrasher's looking for?
Right away, he's on the referee too. I've been watching too many spring training games, Dave. But
from the Paradise Knife and Gun Club, driving shot to the face of Corey Roberts.
And Corey's not too. Max Thrasher, give us a signal.
Maybe we could get an interview later. I want to find out.
Well, you saw what my interview was like. I'm not in a hurry to get up there and talk to him again. I really am. I had enough last time.
I'm tempted, Ed. I'm tempted. I really am.
You're more than welcome to, Dave. As far as I'm concerned, Max Thrasher, I just as soon sit right here.
I mean, if he touches me, we can find. I mean, he'll be suspended and fined, and I'll never have to see him again. So.
Oh, here goes Corey taking it to him.
Corey Roberts surprising Max Thrasher, the Bounty Hunter, with a driving clothesline.
I'm telling you, Corey's getting closer and closer every time out of the box. He's going to come up with a victory.
And one victory over Max Thrasher would put him right at the top of the list.
It might make the Bounty Hunter interviews a little bit quieter with a little defeat under his belt.
Just dumbfounds me. I mean, confuses me to know. I don't understand him.
I'm totally lost at this point.
1 week he says he's not going to wrestle until he has more money and better competition, and here he is out here with Corey Roberts.
Right, and to me, Max Thrasher at this point should be looking at a guy like AJ Fritzoid or even a Mr. Bojangles, despite the tough loss he had the last time. But
you really think he got that much of a raise between now and then? I mean,
I don't see how. I really don't. At this point,
I'm so tempted to just walk up and ask him. I really am. Locking all. There you go.
Typical of the Bounty Hunter.
That's the way they do it in the Bronx.
Max
down and dirty as he pounds Corey with a forearm to the back of the head. God, he's got all out of here.
Oh, man.
Max Thrasher, the Bounty Hunter.
Yeah.
Raking the laces of his boots across the eyes. He's not one of my favorite people, but I got to give him credit. The guy is tough.
Well, he's wrestling his typical style here. He's just taking shortcuts, doing things to maim and disfigure people.
Nonetheless, it works. I mean,
it does if he doesn't, what happened last time.
I just like to know what's going on. I mean, we're, the commentators here, and we need to.
Well, it's kind of funny. He's got that arrogant attitude once again with the referee. He's 1-1 here. He won his first match with Reggie Royce, and then he took a no-show count-out And here he is back with Corey Roberts, and he doesn't really seem to be concentrating on getting the pinfall.
One week he keeps his word, the next week he breaks it.
I don't understand.
My inquiring mind wants to know.
Well, you're more than welcome to, because I'm not going to be no
tempted.
star of Washington on this deal.
Maybe I could get some security to back me up. I don't know.
I don't know. You're on your own with that one. I'm not getting this guy's way again. I mean, the hallway, in that hallway, I'll tell you what, I thought that might be the end of my career.
It's baffling. It really is. Oh gosh, I heard about that, Ed. See, I had to deal with the same thing.
Big, powerful body slam,
to say the least.
And if you look at Corey Roberts, that back's getting ready. He's taking a lot of beating, and a hard elbow across the top of the chest. He's really trying to destroy the man here.
2 count only.
And there's that arrogant type of going for the pin there, just putting his hands on the man's chest.
I don't know what he has against me. I'm just doing my job out here. But I wish he'd pick on people his own size.
Well, I'd say Corey's up about his size there. He's got someone fairly close to him physically, but he's dominated him. All right.
Drove his fist right down into the wooden canvas. Corey Roberts in control, setting him up. Looking for that. This could be the break he wanted. An elbow.
Yeah, he's got the upper hand on him. He keeps coming closer every time.
Max said whoa. Picked him up for a body slam.
Corey's got the control.
You gotta get in there.
Oh, he shouldn't have backed off there. He should have dropped right down on one after that pin. Come on, Corey. You're so close, man. Come on, Corey.
Things are heating up here in the UIW.
Here.
As Corey Roberts he got it.
Come on, get down.
Not an easy job.
He didn't hook the leg.
So close.
He didn't hook the leg. You had him right there. 1, 2, 3 if he would have hooked the leg.
Now he's backing off. You cannot do that. This guy is sneaky. Max Thrasher. He's got a trick for everything. Reversal. Missed with the clothesline. Dumped him.
I think he went for the Luthrez press there, and Max caught him coming in on it and threw him up in the air.
Here comes the timber. That's Ed. I'm going up. I got to find out what's going on here.
That's it. That's the match. 1, 2, 3. Pins him in the middle of the ring with the timber. And this is normally my job, but I'll let Dave the Wave handle this one because I don't know what's going on here. And Dave's looking for him.
Max Thrasher.
Go after him. Go after him, Dave. Well, Dave tried to get an interview, and Max Thrasher just walked away from him. And I don't know what's going on here. Let's go back and look at the end of this.
I tried, Ed. I tried, but he walked right off. He hit the ref.
Well, there's the replay, Dave, and there's the timber. He's just as dangerous as ever.
The winner of this match, Max Thrasher, the Bounty Hunter.
Well,
we'll be right back, folks.
I got up enough guts for a second there, but Max Thrasher ran off.
We'll be right back, folks.
It's Universal Independent Wrestling, Saturday, June 15th, 7 p.m. at the Stony Creek Democratic Club for the Rivera Beach Rumble, a special card with a triple main event. On that card, you'll see Sexy Steve Valentino and Killer Hit Kirk Dredd in a brutal Chicago street fight. Also a special tag team 2 out of 3 falls grudge challenge match as the Lords of Darkness face off versus Dixie Devastation. And also on that card, an Electric City chain match as the Wild Thing, AJ Fritzoy, seeks his revenge against Axel Rotten. The Rivera Beach Rumble. It's June 15th, 8213 Fort Smallwood Road at the Stony Creek Democratic Club. And Fritzoid, it's not a gold chain match like you're used to wearing around your neck. It's an Electric City chain match. That means they're gonna hook us up with chains. I'm gonna bash you in the head. I'm gonna bash you in the gut. We're gonna bleed, we're gonna sweat, and when it comes down to the bottom line, my friend Fritzoid, at the Rivera Beach Rumble, Axel Rotten will be left standing.
What's this? We got a match in progress.
Look, I don't want a repeat performance of the last time, okay?
Hey, man! What is this?
Hey, little man, you come out here and you were bawling. You were bawling because I yelled at you. Be a man! And the second point, I just want to tell you, you probably want to know why I'm out here this week.
I want to know why.
You'll find out later.
Stop your head.
Well, Dave, I don't know what to tell you, Dave. All right, we got Neil the Power Superior in the ring against Ed Hall. They're kind of feeling each other out, moving around.
Still
getting
didn't
feel.
answer my question as to why he didn't. I'll find out. Yeah, right.
Well, I guess he's made good on most of his promises. I don't know what's going on this time, why he was in the ring or what the story is.
Well, not taking away from the action in the ring right now. Didn't mean to lose my composure there, Ed.
I'll tell you what, here you got a very impressive individual. Once again, Neil the Power Superior at this point. Oh!
He serves in the U.S. Army Reserves, Neil the Power. Out of the 1007th out of Hagerstown.
Well, Ed Hall, we saw him compete. He's had his moments. He's come close on occasion.
Like you said, he's long and lean, and a victory over Neil the Power Superior would definitely put him at the top of that tournament. It's like a test of strength.
I'd like to know what the odds on that one will be because, playing little mind games with him here. Ed's got a good plan here. He figures if he can confuse him. You know, I was kind of wondering about Ed. He had to sit there in the sidelines while this whole thing went on between you and Max Thrasher.
I tell you, I've about had it.
I thought maybe he'd lose his
Give me my
focus.
stripes back. Ugh, clothesline took out Neil the Power there. Ed Hall, reversal. Neil caught him, powerful clothesline. Oh!
I'll tell you
I
what.
saw a tooth fly out on that one. Neil the Power Superior. Pure, muscular power is what it's all about.
Takes him over. You know, Ed Hall here is I think he's going to be dominated the whole way through here.
Powerful elbow.
Takes him out with that elbow. He's down hard
He's
again.
got the power. This guy, Neil the Power Superior, he works out, I'd say, just about every day. But with a body like that, you have to. He's really into the powerlifting.
You know, here I wondered too about Ed. Now, maybe it would have been an idea for him to go outside the ring there and take a 10 count and get a little bit more composure back.
He's got 10 to get back in. Nonetheless, going right back in as Neil Superior, the armbar, on Ed Hall, and Ed Hall is in trouble. Locking it in.
Neil is dominating him here.
Howard Goldman right in there asking him if he wants to give it up. Can separate his shoulder easily.
Ed's in a lot of pain here, and it's a good thing Neil's well trained in the sport of wrestling because I think he could literally take that arm off of him if he wanted to.
Use it as a dumbbell. Right there. Oh, see that? Nice maneuver. Turned armbar into a close. Oh, hooked the head, but couldn't quite get it.
That standing clothesline has always been one of my favorites. You take a man with a standing clothesline, it comes out of nowhere.
Out of nowhere. You're right. It surprises you.
He has not a chance to prepare for it.
There's that breather you were talking about earlier after that standing clothesline. He had no choice.
He had no choice.
That or be pinned.
Look at that. And take a look at that clothesline real quick. Excellent, excellent. Now,
the hard way. Not the way you want to come back into the ring, but Ed had no choice.
He drives him back down with the knee, and Ed Hall's in a lot of trouble. He's taking a heck of a beating in that shoulder area. And there's
that thumb, that popular thumb to the eye.
Yeah.
Things heating up here in the UIW.
Ed's got him going. Gets some snapmare. Takes him. Oh.
Got that tournament coming up for the UIW title, and everybody wants to be a part of it. So every victory counts. As Ed Hall backs Neil into the corner.
I don't know. He might be trying this one too many times.
Reversal. Caught him. Whoa!
What was Ed Hall thinking there?
Like a big barbell, he dumps Ed Hall.
What was Ed Hall thinking there?
High-risk maneuver for the Power. He's on the top rope. Comes off with a driving fist. Oh.
I think Ed Hall's about finished here. It's a matter of Neil the Power Superior deciding.
Hooks it once again. No.
He hooked him, but he didn't really muscle him into holding that pin on him. I think he would have had him right there. And there it is.
Smart, taking some air out of the Power there with a headbutt to the gut and another knee following it up. Ed Hall out of Scarsboro, New York, going to work. He's got him in a reversed headlock type maneuver, trying to take some of the breath away from the power. That's the only thing you can do with a man that big.
Well, that's true, and the power here is taking punishment that he really shouldn't have to take. If he would have locked him down on that last pinning combination, he would have had his man defeated. Ed Hall wise enough to come up with that headbutt to the stomach, and now he's got the upper hand on Neil.
Checking the arm. If that arm drops a third time, the match is over, but no, looks like he has some life left.
Neil's hanging in there.
Ugh. Ed coming back again with a forearm, once again locking in that reverse chin lock type maneuver. Doing what he can to take the power out of the power. Some elbows to the gut. Neil working his way up, coming off the ropes. Oh, but Ed caught him.
Oh.
That was smart. He stuck that knee out. And
Neil was going for that shoulder block, and Ed caught it and stepped aside and gave him the knee. And
again, going to work on the throat area.
Here,
back to the headlock.
Here in Universal Independent Wrestling, you cannot take anything for granted. This is a proving ground. This is where the best in the independents are getting their chance to be brought to you in the home and see exactly what's going on in professional wrestling. None of these guys are going to give nothing up.
I just wish some of them wouldn't take it so darn violently and seriously. I mean, it's good to take it seriously, but not in a way like Max Thrasher as Neil comes back with a clothesline. No, Ed stuck his arm out. Those long arms come in handy when you're close to the ropes like that.
Well, what do? He goes to them ropes.
Another head knocker.
We're going to start calling him Hook 'em Hall. I mean, he likes to grab onto those ropes, that's for sure.
That's all you can do when that man's laying on top of you. Ed Hall reversing it, but Neil, oh, wait a minute. Neil,
I don't think this...
He caught Neil. Oh, Neil with that Iguzu and Japanese sidekick. Ed was not thinking there. He's setting him up.
He's got him stunned here.
He's setting him up for the powerplex.
Oh, look at the power. He lifted him clean up on the top rope.
It was nothing. The powerplex, if he lays him on, it's all over.
I hope.
Hooks that
goes.
Oh. Forget about it.
That's it. 1, 2, 3. Tell you what, let's go and get the announcement.
The winner of this match, Neil, the Power Superior.
We got to take a look at that.
Look at this replay. Takes him up, lifts him up cleanly onto the third rope.
There he is.
Pulls him up and takes him
tights.
over. I'll tell you what, I bet you Ed Hall now wishes he would have been pinned about 3 minutes ago.
All right, let's go to the ring.
Introducing first, from Ocean City, Maryland, at 235 pounds, Beach Boy Vinnie Young. His opponent weighs in at 265 pounds. From Cairo, Egypt, here is the Golden Phoenix.
Golden Phoenix. Out of Cairo, Egypt. Fans love this guy.
Things that make you go,
too. There's pure excitement in that ring. He's got the... That was smart on the part of Beach Boy Vinnie.
But I'm not used to seeing Vinnie pull something like that. He realizes what we got here. Golden Phoenix.
That was out of nowhere. I mean, he cut, but Golden Phoenix coming right back, like he always does, with a drop kick followed by an arm drag. The Golden Phoenix out of Cairo, Egypt. Quickness, strength, he's got it all. Youth. The only thing is inexperience, but he gains that with each match.
He's shown me more. His desire, his ability. He.
That's what it's all about here in the UIW. Desire. That tournament coming up. Everyone trying to get a victory so they can get into it, get a shot at that title. Right there, he gives a shot to the arm of Beach Boy Vinnie.
I'm the Golden Phoenix, and I'm happy to be in the UIW. I'd like to tell all you people what the Golden Phoenix is. It's an Egyptian myth of a bird that is conquered, beaten, and burned to the ground by its enemies. But it rises through the ashes and conquers all, just as I plan to do. And I'd like to set an example for all you people that no matter how bad life is, no matter how down you are, and whatever obstacles you may come to, you can be a Phoenix too, and you can find success.
Exactly. Oh, good move by Beach Boys part.
I don't know if he was just rolling in pain or saw the elbow coming or not.
I think he realized he had to get out of the way.
Look how quick Phoenix came back. That's endurance. That is endurance. And that was a suplex there. Phoenix with a driving fist. Cover.
Vinnie twists out of it, but he didn't have a whole heck of a lot to do it with. Phoenix is making a point. You're going to beat on him before he's ready, or you're going to beat on him before the bell. He's just going to be that much more determined not to take any punishment. He's going to not allow you to have your chance at victory here. And right now, he's got Vinnie locked up big time.
Phoenix, reverse chin lock.
Vinnie might be getting a little dark around the edges at this point because cutting off that oxygen to the brain and then taking a blow, well, that'll wake you back up. But
Trying
then
to
again,
come back with some shots.
he got a shot in. Phoenix wasn't looking for it, and he got the best part of him. Now he's going for a big move right here. Is Phoenix going to let him do it? No. I didn't think so.
Strong. Phoenix turned into a suplex slam combo.
I'm glad that's not me.
He's fired up. He's got the good looks. He's got the strength.
He's got the fans behind him. I'll tell you what, this guy is going to be. To me, I think I'd take a chance to say he's the early favorite at this point as I look at the competition.
Either him or Max Thrasher.
Well,
or Axel. No, then again, you can't forget about Axel riding an AJ.
Well,
that was a pinfall?
That was it. He got him.
I missed it. It was so quick.
The winner of this match, the Golden Phoenix.
There it is. Now he goes back and we'll look at the replay.
Pinfall.
There he's got him. 1, 2, 3.
Phoenix.
And
Another victory.
I'll make a prediction. There's your early leader in my book on odds for the UIW heavyweight champion.
All right, fans, we'll be right back with more UIW right after this.
His opponent from the Windy City, Chicago, Illinois, at 225 pounds, Sexy Steve Valentino.
Steve, strutting his stuff. Self-professed God-given women.
Well, I'll tell you what, after what happened with Kirk Dredd, he's feeling pretty cocky about himself right now. Them pink tights.
A tainted victory last week over his arch rival, I guess you could say. Killer hit Kirk Dredd.
I'm telling you.
He's flying high this week.
You know, those pink tights reminds me of an Easter egg. You know, I just just have to wonder what kind of individual this is. Claims he's a ladies' man and wears the pink tights, and right away Black Ranger's got the upper hand. Comes in and takes Steve right off his feet. Nah, that confidence might be.
But Black Ranger's got some size to him.
He powered him over with that one.
Sexy
Steve's
Valentino.
looking around.
Even though that victory was tainted, Ed, it was a victory nonetheless.
That's exactly right. In the books, it does not change the average.
That tournament coming up is so important. Again.
See, he thought, I think this is his problem now. He figures he got the victory over Kirk Dredd. It's all going to be easy here from out. You know, these guys are intimidated. What is that?
It's not the case here in the UIW.
That?
Nothing. I think that was called the Sexy Steve Strut.
The Sexy Steve Strut.
I don't know.
Okay.
Steve had the presence of mind to drop down there and nails him with a hard clothesline.
Kind of reminded me of the silly samba, but I don't know. Almost a 2 count there, and a double fist down on the head.
Today it goes for a cover on Black Ranger. No.
Black Ranger's still got a lot left. I don't know where Steve thinks he's got enough on him at this point to hit the pinfall.
Drop kick. I think he might have grazed him. I couldn't tell from our vantage point.
He got it up there. He didn't quite get all of it, but he got enough to put him down. Sometimes those are the worst kind, too, the ones that don't hit you the way you expect it to.
Just trying to duck out of the way of the thing, you fall down and end up hitting your head or something.
Takes it back into the corner.
Irish whip, charges in with a hard elbow. Sexy Steve Valentino.
And there he goes.
Strutting his stuff against the Black Ranger.
But the only thing is, he should be moving in on his man, taking care of business and getting out of the way. These ladies will be here all night.
Really, he can worry about who his date's going to be after the show, you know?
Yeah, well, and I don't think there's any woman in this room that's of low enough taste to go out with a Sexy Steve Valentino. I mean, you know,
I know I wouldn't.
I wouldn't want to be just another disappointed woman, you know.
No.
But anyhow.
He'll be a 2-minute brother when it comes to that, but
there he goes for the choke. Taking his time again instead of putting his man away.
leg drop, nice maneuver. Sexy Steve. Sloppy cover. Come on, he barely has any weight on him. Again, that cockiness with that killer hit Kirk Dredd, that victory he got. Controversial as it may have been. I know we celebrated after that as he chokes, I believe. Couldn't tell. The referee, if he reaches 5, these guys have got to realize, I know from firsthand, once you reach that 5, you're out of there.
I don't understand Steve here. He planned the man. You know, he should be getting the victory here and
He's just
wrapping
playing
it up.
with him
He
now.
wants to
Showing off.
if that's what you want to call it, particularly I don't care for it. He should get out and beat the man and be done with it here.
Scathing
Shots in the corner,
That'll
but
take the skin right off of you.
he's got Black Ranger down on the mat.
Kicking hard. It's good. There he goes.
No, I don't think so.
That's not smart. I mean, to yell at the fans
I'm
like
sorry, but
just take.
his
Nick,
physical
sneak up
build
on
isn't the type that appeals to me, if you know what I mean. So I don't want none of that. You know, it's bad enough I have to sit here and watch this.
Does kind of make you sick to the stomach, but that'll make you sick anywhere as he drives that elbow once again. Another cover. Oh, Black Ranger could be getting a second wind here as he threw Steve off without too much problem.
Steve better rise up here.
Body
With the power slam, but there he goes to another pose.
See, he's trying to pick up women again.
I don't see where he figures it's going to take him
there he
anywhere,
goes.
and there he goes with that nonsense.
Chugging his cheeks.
Yeah. The trouble is, he thinks it's great, but then women are laughing at him, so I don't know why he keeps doing it every week. You know?
Another cover on Black Ranger.
Black Ranger's Black Ranger hasn't had a lot of offense at this point, but then
None. Look,
Here we
see,
go.
he's arguing with the ref at the same time while he chokes. He knows every trick in the book.
now-
He didn't mean it.
he didn't mean
Yeah,
it.
right.
Okay. All right. We
Say
can
your
see.
prayers, buddy. Sexy Steve Valentino, nonetheless.
Well, you know, they have the 3 biggest lies in the world, and we won't go into them here.
No. Nonetheless, he's a tough competitor, someone that you're going to have to get by before you can get to that tournament.
Well, here he goes at the top of the rope. Now, I'm hoping he's going to finish the man here because sooner or later.
Oh, way up there. Flying cross body block. 3, that's
it. He
Sexy
got him.
Steve
He's
showed me
dominating
something I
the whole
haven't
way.
seen.
All right, let's go back and look at a replay there. So you see Sexy Steve
He
goes
showed
to
me
top.
something there we haven't seen from him
Yeah.
before. That's high flying.
Catch him with the cross
He'll
body
take
block.
the risk.
It's hammer time in Baltimore. From Baltimore, Maryland, at 242 pounds, Sledgehammer McGill.
Tag team competition here this week on UIW Universal Independent Wrestling. Dave the Wave and Ed Zahn calling the action from ringside. 2 brand new teams, Ed, that we have not seen before. Interesting teams.
Well, you know, down the road, once we get past the heavyweight tournament, we will be looking to
Tag
establish
team
the
tournament.
UIW Tag Team Champs.
Sledgehammer McGill and Mr. Bojangles teaming up to take on Hangman, Harley Watkins, and the War Pig.
You know, it'll be interesting to see Sonny Steele's pretty well, he doesn't get too involved with the action, but he does get his moments in there.
Usually sticks his hand in at
Yeah.
some point and grabs a leg or rakes an eye. Like a snake, a typical snake.
It'll be interesting to see what happens here when he has a man that can be outside the ring and keep him in his place. I'm sure Sledge or Bojangles will have no problem going around the corner and putting Sonny Steele in his place.
Exactly. With that hammer, perhaps. Sledgehammer McGill and Mr. Bojangles. Interesting combination of, Pearl Harbor attack.
Oh, here we go
The
again.
War Pig and Harley Watkins going right to work. on the combo of Bo and Sledgehammer. Double team effort now on Sledge. No!
Oh, beautiful.
Caught him and ran their heads together.
It's got them both
Face
stuck.
off now. Double arm drag.
Oh, beautiful
In
timing there.
unison, stereo maneuvers here in the UIW. Oh!
Sledge, you know, that was interesting. They took their time and made sure they had their man set. Sledge now has the upper hand on the War Pig, and Mr. Bojangles was able to get Harley Watkins out of the ring and get down this to a one-on-one confrontation within the ring with the tag team partners in the corner, just the way it should be.
Yep, things are in order now and ready to get this thing underway. Haven't seen a tag team match in a while, but new teams forming all the time, I guess. As War Pig, it's muscle
Did you hear that?
Fat.
Did you hear that?
What?
War Pig looked right at Sledge and said, I don't think so. And Sonny Steele said, I don't play that. War Pig don't play that. Now,
Well,
we're going to have to see about that because I don't think War Pig's going to stand up there and take that every time from Sledgehammer McGill.
Sledge taking some powerful forearm shots now as War Pig goes to work. Big guy. God, he must be close to 400.
He is up there at 400
Also
pounds.
from the Bronx, I believe.
No,
No?
I don't believe so. Not this
Hell's
time.
Kitchen.
This man is from Hell's
Which
Kitchen,
is
New
near
York.
the Bronx. Same thing. Rough, violent neighborhoods, and that's a rough, violent slam there. And he does one as well on Harley Watkins. Beautiful drop kick, tested maneuver. Another one right to the chin of Harley Watkins.
No matter what the situation.
He's got him tied up in the corner now. Enemy territory, and look at this. Look at this. Look at this. All four men in the ring. The War Pig distracting Pee-wee, but now Pee-wee has to get Mr. Bojangles out as once again. Stereo maneuvers behind them, double team effort.
Harley hanging on. There's Pee-wee looking right at it, and Mr.
But no,
Bojangles
Mr.
comes in again.
I think he's just so fired up. He wants to help his partner from this travesty of rule breaking, but he can't.
There goes Sledge, reverses, comes in, catches him with the
He
hammer!
caught him with the sledgehammer. Hammer time in the center, both men
Man,
down.
come on, Sledge, just get that arm on him.
Down on the mat, they've got 10 to get up.
Sledge is a matter of inches away from victory there. If he would have just simply got his arm across the War Pig, he would have had a 1, 2, 3.
McGill has got to get to, come on, the other corner. He's got to get it to the other corner.
And Sledgehammer,
He made it.
the fresh man comes in from the other side.
Bojangles, he's a house of fire. Not to be cliche, but going to work. Elbows on, halfway up. Going to work on both men. Bojangles.
He's got it under control now. Now there's
Wait a
War
minute, you
Pig.
can see the War Pig snuck up behind him, and he's going total
What's going
mayhem.
on here?
The referee,
Now we
Pee-wee,
got all
has lost
four men in the
control.
ring.
Pee-wee has lost control. All four men.
I'm not even sure at this point who's legal man in the ring. I mean, it's just been
Pee-wee's
everybody.
trying to do something, but it's so hard. It really is, I know.
Yeah, bro, what do you
Looks
do in
like-
this situation, Dave? I mean, none of the men want to listen. The
Try
fans
to
want to
pull
see.
the guys apart as Pig and Sledge ran into each other. One man reversed, the other. Harley taking Mr. Bojangles.
Sonny
Meanwhile-
Steele's got that
wait a minute.
briefcase.
The
What's
ref-
going on here?
Sonny Steele's got the briefcase.
Oh!
He ducked out of the way. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah!
They got him.
Justice!
They got him. Mr. Bojangles and Sledgehammer
Justice
McGill.
is served. Let's go to the ring announcer for the official decision.
The winners of this match, Sledgehammer McGill and Mr. Bojangles.
Sonny Steele.
Let's go back and look
Getting
at
a
that.
taste of
There he
his
is.
own
Sonny's showing off
backfire.
the briefcase,
His
and there he
plan
goes.
backfired. Boom.
That's
he nailed
it.
his own man with it. Harley is in the middle of next week right now. Big, important victory for Sledgehammer McGill and Mr. Bojangles. We'll be right back.
Democratic Club for the Rivera Beach Rumble in a special triple main event. It's Axel Rotten versus Wild Thing AJ Fritzloyd in an Electric City chain match. Also a brutal Chicago street fight between Sexy Steve Valentino and Killer Hit Kirk Dredd. And in a special 2 out of 3 fall tag team challenge grudge match, it's the Lords of Darkness versus Dixie Devastation. And with me now, Johnny Stonewall Lawler.
Hey! I'm a little bit silly, a little bit slow in the head. But I know one thing for sure. If you got an ounce of sense in your body, you will be at the Stony Creek Democratic Club Saturday, June 15th with a bell time of 7 o'clock. The triple main event will go down. But the one thing that will go down is the Lords of Darkness. 2 out of 3 falls. You can forget about it, because I'm going to hurt you. Me and the Cajun Brawler, Bubba Monroe, Johnny Stonewall R, Dixie Devastation. You be there!
Hi, this is Reggie Royce, and I signed to wrestle here in the UIW because the competition is the biggest, the best, and the toughest right here in the UIW. I may not be the biggest man in wrestling, but I'm not the smallest, and I've always been a firm believer. It's not the size of the man in the fight, it's the size of the fight in the man. So watch me on this station at UIW Wrestling, where the best in professional wrestling is.
Here is Rasta the Voodoo Man.
Let me tell you something, Ed. Reggie Royce has got guts to sign a match with this creature from the Caribbean, Montego Bay, Jamaica, to be exact.
You know, it's got
the expression on his face.
You know, it's got to the point where, well, Rasta. Let's talk a minute about Rasta. I mean,
pierce you. I mean,
very impressive debut a few weeks ago, and now he's in here again with Reggie
there's that
Royce.
stick. What does that mean? Is it some sort of black magic ritual? Look, putting his arms up in a circular type motion. Now, this could be maybe making a prayer or some sort of
I have no idea. We're going to have to try to get some more information exactly what that thing is.
I know nothing about black magic, but Rasta the Voodoo Man opening up right away.
And how bad can a man want to be a professional wrestler to sign up for a beating like this week after week after week?
Reggie, I give you credit where credit is due. This man deserves a plaque just for bravery.
I heard that. This is one of these guys that deserves a medal for his efforts, if not anything else.
And I hate to see this. I'd hate to run into this guy outside the ring as well as in the ring. Either one, forget it.
Well, I'll tell you what, Reggie, I can't say enough about his valor, his courage, his heart, his
can't say enough about this voodoo man, the voodoo vice. It's the voodoo vice.
That's it.
Forget about it. Once he clamps that on you, it is over. He's not letting go.
Let's get our
Come on, Howard, break it up. Let's
the winner of this match, Rasta the Voodoo Man.
Boy, what an incredible effort. And you know, we go back here and look at the replay. His hands must be so powerful. Look at that, he just shoves him down the mat with the hand, and the man is instantly paralyzed. It's gone.
Like a vice.
Incredible.
A voodoo vice, to be more precise. Rasta the Voodoo Man.
Excedrin headache number 634.
We'll be right back.
Hey, you, sitting there watching this pro wrestling show, did you ever wonder how guys like Kirk, Dredd, the War Pig, Axel, and the other UIW stars got into wrestling? Here's your answer. They attended the Pro Wrestling Training Center in Hanover, Pennsylvania. This facility can make you the next UIW star. Call the owner, Phil Livelsberger, at 717-633-9542 and get started in your new exciting career. Stop watching and be watched. Join the Pro Wrestling Training Center now.
The Lords of Darkness face off versus Dixie Devastation. And also on that card, an Electric City chain match as the Wild Thing, AJ Fritzoy, seeks his revenge against Axel Rotten.
The Rivera Beach Rumble. It's June 15th, 8213 Fort Smallwood Road at the Stony Creek Democratic Club. And Fritzoid, it's not a gold chain match like you're used to wearing around your neck. It's an Electric City chain match. That means they're gonna hook us up with chains. I'm gonna bash you in the head. I'm gonna bash you in the gut. We're gonna bleed, we're gonna sweat, and when it comes down to the bottom line, my friend Fritzoid, at the Rivera Beach Rumble, Axel Rotten will be left standing.
Introducing first, from London, England, at 302 pounds, Axel Rotten.
There he comes, as he likes to say, the man of the hour, too sweet to be sour, Axel Rotten from London, England. He seems to have a following. Maybe it's that hair that turns them on. I don't know, but personally, I think the guy is pompous. But he can wrestle. You got to give him that. The man can wrestle.
I don't know what to say. I really don't.
His opponent hails from Brooklyn, New York. At 235 pounds, please welcome Killer Hit, Kirk Dredd.
Killer Hit.
Trying to come off that loss to Sexy Steve Valentino, and a victory over Axel Rotten would definitely put him at the top. The Killer Hit, Kirk Dredd. He likes the music loud. Axel likes his hair loud, I guess. Purple this week.
Well, actually, yeah, with it on the top and the bottom, I guess it's also in stereo.
Sort of a little soap opera has been going on over the past few weeks with Axel Rotten and AJ Fritzoid. First, Fritzoid receives several mysterious packages, including an open contract. Then 1 week, Axel ran out of nowhere and attacked him.
You know, I'm
Who
kind of
knows what could
surprised.
be next?
Axel was out here and had his victory and
Look at
cleared
that.
the rubbish from
He's
the
calling
ring.
a fan, the ring attendant. Oh, come on. This is arrogance. Pure arrogance. Calling the ring attendant in to take... He's not finished yet. This reminds me of Gorgeous George, having his little attendant take off his robe in the ring. Better watch it. Kirk Dredd is anxious.
Yeah, Kurt's willing to, you know, he wants to get in there. He wants to get back on the road to victory. And
please don't spare us. Oh well, it's worth a try. Nonetheless, this man, Axel Rotten, he may be big. He may not be the prettiest thing to look at.
I'll agree with that.
He uses his weight to his advantage. And he can move for a man his size. This guy gets up in the air. This is a psych out job here, telling him to back the heck up. Oh, Kirk Dredd is not going to wait. Kirk Dredd is not about to be psyched out. He's fired up after that loss, and he wants a victory. Both men locking up right off. Axel Rotten, side headlock. Kirk Dredd pushing him off shoulder block. Axel puts him down. Axel coming off the ropes, jumps over Kirk Dredd. Hip toss!
Oh, beautiful.
Axel's reeling. Oh, looks like Kirk was going for an arm drag. Maybe Axel backed off at the last second.
Well, I'll tell you what, it's tense in this building right now because with Axel out here.
Says he's going to wrestle when he's damn well ready.
And Kirk Dredd.
See that? He's putting some strategy together, going over the moves in his mind. What did he do wrong? Well, too late to think about it now. Both men pacing around, trying
Axel's playing a big mind game here.
He's the master. He is the master of the psych out.
Kirk Dredd, you know, Kirk Dredd come out here and knew exactly what he wanted to do. He knew exactly where he was going to go. So far, he's been so successful, and now Axel keeps stalling him off, trying to throw off his pattern, throw off his timing here.
Proudly wears the Union Jack on his tights.
Yes, and it's not so proud now as he's down on one knee from that headlock.
He may put down the USA, but he sure does like it here. He's been gone from England for quite some time. I guess he likes the money. And the competition like this, Kirk Dredd, Axel going for a hip toss of his own, but no, Kirk spins him around, using the momentum and catching him in a big arm drag. Quick. Snapped him over. Axel had no weight. Axel either went over with the arm drag or lost his left arm.
Well, you know, Axel, he's made a point of coming here because of one particular individual, and I think he's a little surprised at this point that instead of getting that individual, he's been signed into Kirk Dredd. And I'll tell you what, the Killer Hit's going to give him everything he's looking for in the ring plus. Right now, Killer Hit has had the upper hand the whole way in the match. Axel has almost got caught sleeping there.
I just can't wait for when it finally does come down, the day of reckoning between AJ Fritzoid and Axel Rotten. You don't want to miss that one, folks.
For right now, Axel's got his hands full with Kirk Dredd, and this could be.
This is where he's very dangerous, Axel Rotten. Kirk, not sure what he's going to do. It's a whip into the corner, charges in. No! Kirk steps up, sunset flip time by number 1, 2. No, almost got the big man down, and another arm drag.
Staying right on top of Axel.
Axel turned right around and got caught once again. Kirk Dredd on the money today.
You know, I just wonder maybe Axel's just a little thrown off from the reception that he got, and now he just, you know, he was so proud of himself. And now his contingent's coming out and cheering for him.
Kirk Dredd with the cover. Maybe he brought some people over from England, I don't know. Axel Rotten in trouble now as Kirk Dredd in control. Axel working his way up. Kirk backing him into the ropes. Westman flying double arm burrito. Axel's down, flat. Cover, 1, 2. Oh no, Axel looks like he got his shoulder out barely. This has been close.
Well, I'll tell you what, up until that pinfall or near fall.
Ooh. They could hear that one out on Eastern Boulevard. Wait a minute.
What's going on here?
He's
I
going
can't
into
see
his
him
trunks for something. He nailed Kirk Dredd. You see that? I could have sworn I saw something in. Wait a minute. He got the pinfall.
Let's get the official word from our announcer.
Look.
Gentlemen, the winner of this match, Axel Rotten.
He's got something on his hand. Look at his left hand.
I want to go back and look at them. What's this? What's this? Hold on the
Here comes
replay.
AJ Fretzoid.
Oh!
Getting a taste of his own medicine.
There's the
AJ Fretzoid comes in from out of nowhere with a kick to the face. AJ finally getting some revenge on Mr. Axel Rotten with a body slam.
And the fans are stunned.
He's got the brass knuckles. He's got Axel.
And he's showing
Pee-wee. He's showing Pee-wee, telling him what happened.
We have a
reversed the decision. He reversed the decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Pee-wee Yo has reversed the decision and disqualified Axel Rotten for the use of a foreign object. Your winner, killer hit, Kirk Dredd.
Justice is served here in the UIW, and we'll go back and look at this replay.
Talk to these guys.
Dave, let's look at this replay while Dave attempts to get an interview with AJ. Right there. He's obviously taking something out of his trunks. He's got something hidden in his hand, and boom. Kirk Dredd would have never went down like that with just a straight fist. I believe they'll be here with us right now.
The wild thing, AJ Fretzoid finally giving Axel Rotten a taste of his own medicine.
Yeah. Baby, this is what I got to say to you, Axel. Wherever you be, I don't care where it might be. The wild thing gonna be right there on your big fat behind, boy. So let me tell you something. Tonight when you go home, you make one of them greasy sub sandwiches, baby. Then you open up your refrigerator and the wild thing gonna pop right out. And I'm gonna pop right up against your fat end.
There you have it, Kirk Dredd. AJ Fretzoid coming to your rescue, taking that what would have been a tainted victory for Axel Rotten and turning it into a victory for you.
I got my sons. With Steve Valentino, Stinky Steve, whatever you want to call him. But that's what is Atomic Mutant Meatball, Axel Rose, Axel Rotten, whoever he is. I got my eyes on you too. This guy's watching my back today.
Axel Rotten, baby, I'm coming for you, baby.
Everybody's coming for you, Axel.
It's Universal Independent Wrestling, Saturday, June 15, 7 p.m. at the Stony Creek Democratic Club for the Rivera Beach Rumble in a special triple main event. It's Axel Rotten versus Wild Thing AJ Fretzoid in an Electric City chain match. Also a brutal Chicago street fight between Sexy Steve Valentino and Killer Hit Kirk Dredd. And in a special 2 out of 3 fall tag team challenge grudge match, it's the Lords of Darkness versus Dixie Devastation. And with me now, Johnny Stonewall Lawler.
Hey! I'm a little bit silly. A little bit slow in the head. But I know one thing for sure. If you got an ounce of sense in your body, you will be at the Stony Creek Democratic Club Saturday, June 15th with a bell time of 7 o'clock. The triple main event will go down. But the one thing that will go down is the Lords of Darkness. 2 out of 3 falls. You can forget about it, because I'm going to hurt you. Me and the Cajun Brawler, Bubba Monroe, Johnny Stonewall Lawler, Dixie Devastation. You be there!
What's this guy's problem? These are $70 slacks. Folks, that just about wraps up another edition of UIW, Universal Independent Wrestling. I'm sorry. I'm trying to gain my composure here. I almost broke my neck with Max Thrasher coming out again. Ed, anyway, another fantastic show. We saw Neil the Power Superior, impressive victory. Rasta the Voodoo Man, awesome once again. Plus, that tag team match, Sonny Steele, his interference had backfired. His team lost.
You know, I think we ought to just call him the Swiss Rat because obviously there's a lot of holes in his plans.
Big victory for that new team of Sledgehammer McGill and Mr. Bojangles, plus Axel Rotten. AJ Fritzoid finally giving him a taste of his own medicine. Axel got the tainted victory over Kirk Dredd with the brass knuckles. AJ ran out, told the referee what happened, and mayhem ensued. That feud is so hot.
I'll tell you what, folks, you want to be here next week because we're going to find out just exactly what's going to happen to Max Thrasher. He is definitely going to get his.
Folks, we'll see you then.
Portions of this program have been brought to you by Katz Insurance.